Let me tell y'all something. I know y'all wanting to know. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know. Now these people probably had something to do with this situation, but don't blame them for that. Like I said, my family ruthless, but they ain't never been that bad. So it's like whoever started doing these little deals warped all the energy and just made it 10 to 20 times worse than it was, which would be hell devastating. But that particular family, the one I'm finna tell y'all about, we were real close. We was the closest one in the family. Maybe they knew about all this stuff. And it was before the deal too, but I forgive, but I don't forget. And when you gotta stay stuck in a situation, you just learn to fight the right way. So it's like it evolves you to not take no crap off nobody. Period. You check them at the door. But that's about it. But I'm saying all that to say they are good at what they do, and they like. I know y'all. There's a lot of people that got sick. A lot of people that got ill. And when I had that cancer, I had other illnesses that went away before the cancer did. And then there was other parties that got healed from other serious illnesses, STDs or whatever. Some was supposed to be been some of them was supposed to been what's the word they say? Incurable. But it's something about catching it at the right time. It's a lot of stuff that plays in emotion with that. And you'll be amazed how long some people go with something and still able to heal from it. It's him and his sister. But I ain't gonna tell you his sister's name because I don't want to tell you his name. Because I don't know what kind of situation I'm in because I'm stuck in this box. But uh he a great holistic doctor. I don't even know if he got a license or not. I just know I done met some of the best doctors and best lawyers in the streets. And what he don't know is that I went to professional holistic doctors after I dealt with him, and he knew more than they did. So I gotta give him his credit. I wouldn't have cured the cancer without it. Like the day they was gonna give me the surgery, I scheduled the surgery and everything for the cancer in my stomach. He called me that day, so I had to reschedule the surgery. And and even the doctor agreed on it. And that's when that doctor pulled me to the side like I was his homie and said, "Look, you need to watch who feeding you. Watch this, watch that, because you shouldn't have these problems anyway. You're too young." Well, I was really young then. you know. Uh, his sister, like I said, I talk a lot about that family. His sister, she gotta be one of the beautiful women in the world. I ain't never nothing crazy now. I'm just saying how she took care of that's the way they took care. They did it to themselves first. And she looked real young, what she did years ago. I don't know how she looked now, but she looked real young. I remember one time we was at a funeral, and I came back from the hood. I came back to the hood after they healed me, and I was bragging on her to everybody, to the family and stuff. And they said, and it was a funeral, and they kept saying, "What's such at?" Cause you keep saying she look like she ain't never grow a day of age or something like that. What's such at? I said, "She right there." And then I walked out, still talking to somebody else. They were like, "Man, what's such and such at?" I said, "She right there, man." And they still talk. And I said it again. They were like, "Oh my God, bro, she do look young." I'm thinking I thought she was a child, and she way older than I am. She way older than way older than I am. Look way younger than I did. I don't know how she look now, but you could tell they did great with they experimented on themselves. That's how they learned a lot. Do they got their license or not? I don't know, but they need to get them if they ain't got them. Cause I say they some of the best holistic doctors I ever came across, and they out of Atlanta, Georgia. But her brother name is Darren Simpson, so maybe y'all can look him up. And maybe he's gonna charge the hell out of y'all though. That stuff high. Holistic doctors cost now because they work real good. And you gotta listen to everything they tell y'all. You gotta listen to everything. You gotta listen to everything they tell y'all. Whatever they tell you, whatever they tell you, you need to stop eating. Whatever they tell you, you need to stop doing. Drugs, sexually, whatever it is, you gonna have. If you really want to heal yourself, you're gonna have to listen to everything they tell you to do, and you're gonna have to take it to heart and do it. They're gonna charge y'all though. It's worth it if you're trying to save yourself. I spent a lot of money, and they didn't get me, but they made me. I was their cousin, so they made me just buy the material. But they gonna charge y'all because that stuff was high, and I would have paid them if I could have. But we were so close and cool, it didn't matter. I would give them stuff if I had it, you know. But they can heal anything. I know a lot of people got caught up. Y'all might want to look him up. They can, I mean, back then they could. I don't know if he realized how much he healed me from, because I had other illnesses I didn't tell him about. And what he don't know is I went to the doctor and got checked my ear know though. I went to the doctor on most occasions because I couldn't believe it. They were like, you ain't got this no more, you ain't got that no more, we ain't got to treat you no more for this. What you been doing? I ain't say nothing. Suspicious questions. Eating healthy. Well, good, keep eating healthy. You know, that's really all it is, really though. Taking care of yourself. And like I said, thank you. I appreciate it. Regardless of what we're going through right here, this right here, it'll pay. I ain't never forget though. I'm gonna have to treat y'all accordingly, of course. But they were the closest family I had. But in this moment, in this situation for myself, y'all, it's just like my Liam said. I was overly helping anyway. So I needed that ass whooping. So I would stop giving so much. I was giving. If I would have poured in myself as much as I poured in everybody, and I wasn't pouring in people trying to be friends, and I wasn't pouring in people trying to be a people pleaser. I was helping kids that was abandoned. I was helping people who lost their whips or something, lost something, and they were going to school. I wasn't helping nobody like buying friends, nothing like that. I ain't never do nothing like that. Hell no. You can't do nothing like that raised up in the street. They'll make a fool out of you, and they'll demolish you. But I hate it because we fell apart, because I was real close with them. I went out every weekend with them, and I know they probably got a lot to do with this situation, but it's like it's a family thing, man. And it's something that's probably been going on way before we was all born, and we were just dragged into this mess. But I forgive, but I don't forget. I ain't holding no hard feelings over nobody. I ain't holding no, you know, like my Lynn said, she said it right with upsets herself. She was like, man, I know you're gonna still wanna help, even though you ain't got to. Well, I tell you what, Shawty, if you were beside me, I know exactly what to do. She upsets herself. Anyway, let me get out of there. But that's the only thing I hope a lot of people still single by the time I get out of here. That's what I hope. I ain't gonna say a lot of people, one particular anyway, I know for a fact. Some of y'all, boy, you better go see my boy, like I said. Some of y'all better go see my cousin, bro, and get the healing, bro. For real, bro. Some of y'all gotta heal, bro. Some of y'all did too much. When that lower hip start hurting, it's time to stop anyway. When that lower hip, especially on you women, that lower hip in the back, yeah, that lower hip start hurting, that's a sign right there. They go, that bone be pop, 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 pop. You can't do, you know, it's like a car. You know, you got a lot of miles on a car, and it's getting ready to throw a rod, or it start overheating and start smoking, go pop, 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 pop. And that's like your bone, the bottom hip, that lower hip, pop, 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 pop. It's trying to tell you, you can probably do that for one dude, but you can't do that you can't go a lot of miles. You can probably go a mile or two with one guy, you know, but you ain't gonna be able to keep doing that, Cause that bone, what it is what it is that lower hip bone. That lower hip bone, bro. It's almost like you gotta put some WD-40 on it. But it ain't no WD-40, it's your cushion rods in there. You don't roll them out your I forgot what they call it. It's like some cushion rods in between your and your spine. You ain't no fixing it. And you'll get a spur. You keep playing with that thing, it's gonna really hurt. Then you're gonna be like this. And when it hits you like that, you do this. You gonna hate men. And you probably gonna dry up. Cause that hurts real bad. You know what I'm saying? Cause you can get it all throughout your spine. Cause I think I almost got a bone spur in them. You can get them anywhere. You can get them in the top of your neck. So you ladies out there, that lower bone start pat, 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 pat. It hurt. They be thinking you liking it, but you really hurt. Yeah, don't do that to yourself. There's a cushion right there. And I think they can fix that too. My cousin, y'all gotta go check them out. I said this on I in the Building. I ain't gonna say it no more, cause like I said, I don't know my condition, and I don't want to be disrespecting nobody or embarrassing nobody. But it's a lot of y'all need healing out there. A lot of y'all. And y'all already know the royalty of the family. Don't mess with them wrong. Don't cross them wrong, cause their ancestors gonna do you the same way my ancestors did you, if not worse. Cause they genes is one of the main genes I'm dealing with now. That's in their daddy, and it's a difficult gene to deal with. So, I'm gonna explain that one day if God let me about gene therapy, what gene do. I call it gene therapy. I'm gonna tell y'all what gene do internally, how gene, like when you lay up with somebody and how they set up a shop around you. I'm gonna show it vividly where you gonna see it. You're gonna be like, my God. And you gonna know it. Everybody gonna know it. It's gonna give you chill. I'm getting chill talking about it. But I ain't gonna do it right now. I gotta ask my father, cause Angels got in trouble last time telling y'all too much. That's why I don't really want to say that, cause these downloads so serious. 12-11, when I said that, they so serious. I know God ain't telling me to tell y'all all them. And I think it's just that we connected, and I just get information he getting. But I'm telling y'all, bro, go check him out. He living in Atlanta, Georgia. You gotta pay him good, and you gonna want to. You're gonna have to listen. If I was you, if you want to say, well, do I pay him at first? Maybe you need to pay him half when it work, when you notice it working, and you give him the other half, and then he'll give you the rest of the recipe. Because it's like different recipes for, you know what I'm saying, depending on how serious your issues is. I'm not gonna tell you what all that he possibly done healed, because we already know what y'all did to Dr. Saban. So all the real healers stand low, bro. Y'all did Dr. Saban, everybody ducked dog. Dr. Saban ain't the only one to do it. After that, Dr. Saban, shit, Dr. Saban the only one can do that. That ain't trying to be funny or nothing. But I'm just saying, bro, y'all was like 71 holistic doctors died that year, and they wasn't all black. So we already, the holistic doctor said, yeah, healing time. Everybody was getting excited, bro. Like people on the street excited about healing. Everybody went hiding, bro, after they started getting attacked. So, but anyway, 1333. I said it. But anyway, like I said, I'm just chilling. I gotta continue to do these old tests. These tests are overwhelming a little bit. They ain't boring though. They are interesting. And it's almost like energy generating. It's like not energy generating, it's like climbing out of hell. And it's like if you want God to notice you climbing out of hell, you gotta do something. So he can see your cross or your float, whatever you are. Notice your float. So it's all good though. I'm learning. It's the experience. It's almost like God took his child and let his child out. He probably could just pull me out, but why would he? I'm learning so much. It's teaching me how to be a better man. It's teaching me how to be a more straightforward man. It's teaching me how to be a more honest man. It's teaching me how to be a more direct man. And even though I went through so much in my life, I still wasn't all that. So, anyway, I hope this helps somebody out there. But y'all need to go heal. Some of y'all need to really heal, really. And you need to do exactly what he tell you. He gonna tell you stuff you need to eat. You gonna have to eat it like that. I'm telling y'all, when he helped me, I was on drugs, multiple drugs, and I was with probably different, if I wasn't with different levels, my lover was with different levels, and I was out there. I was out there, and I smoked. I don't know if I smoked. I probably didn't smoke. I probably did so many drugs I didn't have to smoke. But I drunk. That's what it was. I drunk a lot of alcohol. I drank me a. I kept me a. I kept me some Johnny Walker. Black, especially black Johnny Walker. The other Johnny Walkers, I keep it in the house or something. But the black Johnny Walker was on the road with. Now I wasn't drinking it on the road, but when I travel places, I ain't drinking dry like that. Cause I couldn't, no way. Shit, hell no, I couldn't drink it dry like that. But plus I always had a woman to drive for me. So, but that was the old me now. But I'm just telling y'all that's how I was. I was reckless. I had a lot going on. I was doing a lot, and it was like a daily thing for me. I wasn't no over drink or nothing, but I had so much other stuff I was doing to myself. I was complete toxicity. I was toxicity itself. And he told me straight up, and I was already at that point. I was used to doing what I was doing, and he said, if you want to heal, you gotta quit all that. So he gave me 24 hours to think about it, and of course I was getting high thinking about it, but before the 24 hours was up, I quit everything. I dropped it, and I went on here and healed, and it worked. It worked. So hope this helps somebody out there.